as you can see, it is night time. We are in December, and we are now on episode 17 of the No Tractor Challenge. What we are doing here, we were going to wait till the morning, but the price of eggs is on the downturn, and we have filled up our Berkman trailer, which is 20,000 litres of eggs. And this hopefully will account for our egg or animal selling portion of the challenge, of the No Tractor Challenge here. So we are actually, first we are going to check and see where we're selling it at. That would be the smart thing to do. I think it's either the shop up here or the main store. I think it's the shop up here. Yeah, 22.82. Now it's a bit down on the top price, but that's because we're already heading into January and it's going to plummet from here on out. So what I've decided, if I put all the lights on there, we are going to go and flog this quick to the shop and get as much money for it as we can. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to have to unload this or not, but we might, and then just like push the pallets in one by one, but we'll see. Yeah, we can just cut across here and wend our little way over. Oh, it's selling them already. Lovely job. If I open the back, we can sort of see them disappearing out. Not really, because the light's in all the... Oh, there we go. Got a bit of light from the trigger there. So, yes, let's see how much we get for this. Hey, it looks like we're getting quite a bit from it. Well, there you go. 45 grand plus 2,600 for an environmental score, so that gives us 48 grand, 48.2, something like that. Well, that is actually very, very good news, and I am well happy with that. So, yes, so we are going to run back and park this trailer up. Now, I did find what we can do is just back it up to the egg laying, not the egg laying station, back it up to the spawn point, and it will auto load the things from there. You just have to get pretty close to it. So I'm not sure if it will actually accept it if you just back it up and leave it there, but I think what we'll do is we'll just drive in completely the wrong direction. But yeah, we'll just leave it here in the corner and pick it up again as and when we get more eggs come in, and that will be fine. So yeah, let's back up here. I'm doing this all wrong. This would be much easier with a smaller vehicle, I think. But yeah, so we'll leave that there. Now, what we are also going to do is park this, I think. Let's just check, because we're going to need to sell some oats as well. The price on them is currently above the expected average. So we're looking at 11.38, and the current top price is 1101. So that is actually going up quite nicely. And it looks like our shop is probably going to be the one. So, can I sneak this through here? It's going to be a bit of a squeeze. Come on, there we go. Just push the harvester out of the way. That's not going to work, is it? Okay, backwards we go. I'll just leave this over here instead, out of the way somewhere. Yeah, there we go. We'll park it up here. He says colliding with something else. Now what we will do is just turn that off. Oh, and as you can see too, we got some more lights. I'd installed a few sort of spotlights, street light things, so we can see a bit better during the night if we're working around here. So yeah, we are going to get this, and we are going to drop the fork off the front, turn the lights on so we can see what we are doing, and take the bucket. And we are going to head down to the sell point, or not to the sell point, but, well, yes, to the sell point. But we are going to take a trailer load of oats down to... That was rude. There we go. we are going to take a trailer load of oats down to the sell point, to the farm shop, but we are also going to take a few oats in the bucket down to the seed producing building thing that we've got. So let's just check on the productions down here. And it's going to be all the way at the bottom, isn't it? I think everything's still going good. I'm starting to run out of manure and seed. I mean, we're not doing terrible, but that's good. Mixed salad. Oh yeah, we're fine for there. That's all quite full. And productions-wise, we've got a little bit being produced. We are going to need to get some more crop in there for flour for the bread eventually. And canola, I think we are out of, aren't we? Oh no, we're still processing some canola, so that's good. So we are going to have some more canola oil eventually. But seeds was the one we were looking at. Seeds, here we go. So we are going to need actually not that many oats, which is interesting. So we are going to need less oats than anything else. What I'm thinking we might just do is take a full bucket down. That way there's more in storage there, and whatever's left we'll sell, basically. And let's see if we've still got some barley, which we'll probably put in as flour later on. We may need to feed the chickens tonight, but we do have sorghum as well, which let's fill that up with oats. Okay, so there's going to be about 2,000 odd litres left, which is perfectly fine. And while that's doing, let's check on the price again. He says going way past the price. So yeah, we are grocery store plastered, 11.38. Now we would take it to the farm production, but we can't actually sell it to that because we own it, so we won't get anything for that if we take it there. So it looks like the plastered is about as good as it's going to get, which is fine. What we shall do is we'll head down to the seed place first, just to give it a little bit more time, just in case. Because you never know, when we come back it may have gone up a bit. But yeah, either way, that's good. Now we've got the field to our left there. That is planted with wheat, and we've got digestate on it. It does still need to be fertilised, and it will probably need weeding in the morning at some point, and another round of fertiliser as well. So we shall have a look at that. Let's just check the price since we're here. Oh yeah, it has actually gone up a bit. So yeah, we'll head down to the next one and drop this off first. Might speed up time just a tiny bit. Obviously this is struggling a little pulling this big load, but it'll be okay. The old class Scorpion there. Yep, still 11.39. I shouldn't think it's going to get much higher than that, so since it is on its way, it will be going down soon. We might as well sell it tonight while we can, get a little bit of extra cash in. Although we are doing fairly well, which I am quite pleased with. Things have been going well with the farm, and we do have more, what's that stuff, grass to cut to get the silage to go in the old thing there, as well as a crop of sorghum which we'll be harvesting in the morning, and that we are going to keep exclusively for chicken feed, I think. It's one of those things where it might be handy to sell. Actually, what does sorghum sell for? Let's have a look. Yeah, 900 and some, so it's the same sort of price as what was I looking at a little bit ago? There was something I was looking at. Oh, tomatoes, I think. Same sort of price as tomatoes, which are just down here. There we are. Yeah, about the same price as tomatoes. Now, obviously, it is a better seller than wheat or barley, but the thing is, we can use wheat or barley in our oh good, that's done, in our production building over here to make the flour, and the sorghum we can't. Now that is just because of the building that we have. That's not there's nothing weird going on there. If we had the base game mill, then we would, I think, be able to turn sorghum into flour. But because this is a modded one, it's from Omatana, it's got a different set of recipes. So it can only do barley and wheat into flour, which is not a problem. That means that we can keep the sorghum entirely for chicken feed. And we've got another, like I said, we've got that field planted with wheat now, so that will be a good thing that we can drop into the as well, into the production facility for flour, and we'll have a bit extra for seeds as well. So that is a good thing. Now, I'm not sure entirely how much we are going to make in terms of seeds. Let's check the price again. That one up here to oats. Hopefully it's not gone down. Oats, it's actually gone up a bit more. Okay, well, we're not going to hang around all day, so we'll just go ahead and sell it here now, since we are here. And that way we can skip ahead to the morning into January and get that sorghum harvested before any other crazy weather happens. But on the bright side, we should get 1122, we'll probably get about 25, 26 grand off of this, including the bonus. 25, 27 and a little bit, so that's not bad. Again, I'm not displeased with that at all. So yeah, what we need to do now is have a bit of a snooze, and then we'll come back in the morning and start work on this sorghum harvest, as well as the weeding or fertilising, whatever we're going to do on that field next to us. And we'll keep an eye out on the price of things as well. So yeah, I shall see you again in the morning. Alright, welcome back everyone. It is now January. We got a little bit of weeding done early morning, and the wheat field is looking pretty clear now. We will have to fertilise that later on today, but I thought we'd get a start on the old harvest here and get this going, because we will need this for the seed production as well, and obviously this is going to be our chicken feed. So what we are going to do is get all this harvested, see how much we've got, plonk some in the chickens thing over there, and chunk the rest of it into the silo, and then make a decision, because I think basically what we'll do is take a bucket load of it down to the other field over, not the other field, to the seed production just down the road there. We'll get that put in there, and the rest we will be saving for chicken feed and potentially extra seed during the year as we need it, because we are also this field, I'm not quite sure what we're going to plant in it yet. We might do this one as barley. Now we do have wheat already on the go, and I know we did barley before in one of these two fields, but I figure if we have another round of barley going, that'll be again more seeds for the seed production, or more crop for the seed production building there, and more flour options as well for the bread. Although generally speaking we are doing quite well now, so I am well pleased with that. Now one thing we are going to look at doing too is putting down a new building specifically for the bread at the moment. We've got a pack of pallet storage buildings by Zodelzocht from the mod hub over there, and some of those might be handy for us. Specifically, obviously the bread one is going to be good, because we are producing a lot of bread, but we're also producing mixed salad and canola oil out of that one what's it? The one building over there. So we're kind of getting to the point where things are getting mixed up with each other. We're getting pallets spawning here and there. We want to separate the bread so that we can sell that later on, because that is kind of the crop that we're going for as the sort of goal, as it were. So we are going to go for that as our what's it product, the productions side of the challenge here. Although technically speaking, I guess you could say we've already done it from all the lettuce and other things we've been selling off that are technically productions. But yeah, that's the one I wanted to do, so we'll go with that specifically. The rest of it's all just money-making stuff, but actually, yeah, that might not be a bad idea. We could put canola actually in this field, get that on the go, and then put wheat or barley in the other field over there. Now this is the second harvest of this field now, so we've got let's see, 2 on this one, 2 on that one there, and 1 currently on our last field over there, which is corn. But hopefully that corn should be ready in the next month or so, at which point we'll have to buy a new corn header as well, so that'll be fun. But yeah, we'll get that all sorted, and then we'll be on 2 harvests for all the fields. And hopefully it won't be too long before we got 3 harvests done. But yeah, so technically, where are we at with this challenge? We're roughly halfway through the field harvesting section. We've got the animals, the animal pen there is full, and we have sold off 1 trailer load of produce from it. We are heading the way of the productions. Okay, let's back this up a bit, pop out that, and run over to get the lorry with the thing. Yep, so we're halfway through the fields. The animals is all complete. The productions we are working on, and I forget off the top of my head what else there is. That might actually be it. I'm sure there's something else we're supposed to do, but we'll check on the rules and just make sure that we're not missing anything, because that would be unfortunate. Obviously we've still got the honey there that we are waiting to sell for the good price. That I think is coming up in the next month or 2 as well, so I have to keep an eye on that. Okay, now we are going to pop into the field here. I wonder if we are... Oh no, we don't crash the stubble. I wasn't sure with this because it's a bit higher than most other... Oh, crikey. Excuse me while I just lamp the old harvester there with my massive lorry. Okay, turn that off. Hop in this. It's a good thing I parked a little bit away from the crop too, or I might have accidentally... oh, wrong way, back up. Might have accidentally made a mess in the crop there. But yeah, so tasks that we have left to do now. We've got grass to mow again, so that'll be exciting and fun. We've got the rest of this field to harvest, and then we'll have to repurpose this one, get that sorted. Oh, we do need to fertilise the field over there again as well. It's had 1 round of digestate on it. Now we are actually doing quite well for the digestate. We're up to like 130 odd litres of that, so that's pretty good. Oops, still in reverse. But yeah, so we've got a few tasks ahead of us today. Yeah, so this should be, hopefully this won't take too long. I mean, we may think about investing in a bigger header as well, possibly. I'm not sure what this harvester could actually take. There might be a foldable one we could put on here, maybe, that's a bit bigger. I don't think we'd go massively huge on it, because it's a fairly small combine. It's not the highest powered one in the world, so we'll have to have a look at that. Because obviously we're going to need to get a corn header in the near future as well. I'm not sure if there is a class 1 specifically that would fit on this. There might be, but we could get away, probably, since this is fairly flat land, with one of the slightly larger, what are they called? I forget if it's a quasar headers, possibly. Capella, that might be what they are. But yeah, they're the sort of non-harvester branded, they're their own brand of headers specifically for corn and sunflower. So yeah, we'll probably get a slightly bigger one of those than maybe would be the norm for this little harvester. But yeah, so we'll carry on with this. Back. As you saw there, we'd finished doing the harvest and fertilised that field as well. Now, right now we're down at the shop. We're picking up some extra fuel and a new bit of kit that we've just purchased. So that one should be, yep, there we go. Let's just start this one off and hop out and have a look at what we've purchased. So, since we're using precision farming now, what we've decided to get is a disc harrow. Now it's an interesting brand, this. It's RTUS, I think is what that actually says. I think it's something similar to Russell Mesh, or was possibly bought out by Russell Mesh, because there is another very similar version to this, a smaller one, that is Russell Mesh and is very, very similarly named. But this one is not branded as that, so we'll assume that it's just what it is. But yes, because we're doing precision farming, I figured we'd get one of these to try out and see how it helps our scores. Now, the reason we've got this now rather than previously is because we're not going to be ploughing this next field. Oh yeah, speaking of the sorghum field, we ended up getting about 28,500 odd litres of sorghum from that field, which is absolutely smashing. What we did with that is we put a full trailer load into the silo itself. Then we put 5,000 litres into the bucket on the front loader. That is ready to take down to the seed production facility, and whatever was left, it was probably like about 16 to 1800 litres, we popped that in the chicken pen. So they've been happily munching on that, which is grand. Now we are here, like I say, that's all harvested. What we're going to do is we're going to replant this with canola, which is going to take, let's see, and that's the reason we've got this specific seeder, or not seeder, but cultivator, disc harrow, because it's a shallow cultivation device, and it is going to not pull up any rocks or stones or anything, which is not too terribly bad. That'll help us along a little bit. Because we're doing canola, we'll be using our 9-metre weeder seeder over there, and that will get the canola planted pretty quick. But yeah, I was curious to see how this was going to affect our environmental score. Now, I know we haven't shown that in a while, but see if we can get it to pop up here now. There it is. So we are doing quite well, and it is obviously updating as we're doing these fields. So both of these are slightly skewed because it's fields across two different like land plots, so they're not like individual fields like you would get in a regular style map. But yeah, if we zoom in a bit there, you can see we're doing very, very well on this field. Weed control in plot 30, whatever this is, 33, is the only thing that's letting us down at the moment, and that's not terrible. We are doing fairly well, and we are at least up at a decent rate with that. Everything else top notch. Now this one here is getting there. Tillage is the thing with this, so most likely either when we do this field or when we finish doing this field, the cornfield, those numbers will likely go up again. So what we are going to do now is have a crack at this. Let's see how it does. Now, I'm not sure what it's supposed to do in terms of weed control, but it's definitely a shallow cultivator, so it's not going to disturb the soil too much. It'll mulch everything back into it, which is good, and that will then what will that do? Yeah, that'll then basically set us up for regular planting. Now it's not kicking up stones, which is good. We are going to plough that cornfield once that's done, because even though precision farming does technically negate those functions of the game, like periodic ploughing and ploughing after certain crops, I think it's something that, you know, we should continue to do. You know, so at least after certain crops, because it's going to turn the soil over, and it's going to set it up in such a way that you know, it will make it better. You know, because that's the whole point of ploughing after certain crops, and sort of periodically in general, because it turns the soil over, it mixes things in more so than just this sort of light cultivation can, and you know, generally it helps the soil and the quality of the soil, so long as it's not done every 5 minutes. You know, it's one of those sort of things. So we're going to hit that one up with the plough and get the stones off that. We don't especially need the stones at the moment, not for lime anyway. We may sell that once we get it again, but we shall see. Yeah, so now one thing I did want to mention that I've been sadly forgetting to mention in all the previous episodes is, you know, sort of mention and say thank you to Mr. Worco Entertainment for setting us up with this challenge and coming up with it, and you know, getting us interested, and you know, without him we wouldn't be here doing this right now, for example. So yeah, do please go check out Mr. Worco Entertainment. And also there's a few other guys that are getting in on the action here as well. Notably Mr. P Gaming's Livehouse. He's been jogging along doing this for quite a while as well, and he's doing smashingly over there. He's on the Old Stream Farm, I believe it is. And we've also just recently had join us Mr. Rusty Money Gaming, and he's made some interesting and bold choices, so definitely check him out to see how those work out. And we also have Mr. Heavy Metal Gaming on the challenge as well. He's doing most of his on live streams, I believe, so you know, do definitely go check all these guys out. You know, watch the videos, catch the live streams as they do, and you know, sort of support them all as you can. Definitely good people, well worth checking out, and all the links will be down in the description. But yeah, it's Worco Entertainment, Mr. P Gaming's Live House, Rusty Money Gaming, and Heavy Metal Gaming. And yeah, they are. It's interesting watching each of us, or yeah, sort of each of them, and knowing what I'm doing, and seeing how we're all doing it a bit differently. Yeah, so different maps, different equipment, different sort of styles of doing it. Yeah, that sort of thing. It's really kind of cool to see how we're all thinking. You know, see how people are thinking outside of the box and taking a different tack on how to sort of progress through this. You know, what animals to do, what productions to use, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, do go check them all out, please. Give them a follow and a subscription, and you know, like the videos and all that good stuff that YouTube likes. So yeah, what we've got left to do here is finish off this field. So we'll get this cultivated and do the usual. Let's see, what is it? Digestate and seeding, of course, and then fertilising on top of that. And then we've got these 2 grass fields that are going to need looking at as well, so we can get our silage on the go again. Because that was definitely a good earner for us. And by golly, we do need to make a lot of money. So yeah, we'll continue on here with this, and probably do some of that off camera as well. Because you know, it's all stuff you've seen me do before, multiple times. So yeah, we'll and then next time we'll probably pick up doing that corn harvest, hopefully, because we will have to invest in a new header, because we don't have a corn header at the moment, so that is going to be exciting. So yeah, on that note, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like, and hit the old subscribe button there too if you haven't already. And comments are always welcomed, and if you'd like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, so I'm going to continue on with this, get all the cultivating done. I'm quite liking how this little cultivator's working. It'll be good as an interim option between, I don't know why it hired a worker there, but okay. Yeah, it's a good thing in between ploughing and using the no-till seeder, so you know, it is all good stuff. Yes, so with that said, I do hope you've been enjoying this, and I hope you'll join us again in the next episode of the No Tractor Challenge. Cheerio, everyone.